The infamous Mandat exclusive, loved by agents and hated by vendors. But is it really as bad as they say? Well, stay tuned and I'll tell you about the good, the bad and the downright ugly about Mandat exclusives. When I go on professional forums, all the agents on there are all chanting exclusive, exclusive, exclusive. But when I go on the public forums, well, all the vendors are shouting, run away, run away. But is the Mandat exclusive as bad as many of you think? Just in case you don't know what a mandate is, when you put a property on the market with an estate agent in France, you will sign a contract for the actual marketing and the eventual sale of that property. This is what we call the mandate. And the exclusive mandate is just what it says, exclusive. It means only the agent can sell your property. Even if your neighbour or your best mate turn up and say they want to buy the house, unfortunately it will still have to go via that agent. For many years I wasn't a fan of exclusive mandates, purely and simply because the only difference between that and a normal mandate was the word exclusive. You had no advantages at all. These days though, it's worth thinking twice. Why? The market has changed drastically over the last 2 years, don't know why, but the exclusive mandates have also evolved. Following COVID and the knock-on effect of everyone wanting to go green, the real estate market in France, like elsewhere, has exploded. But it's also exploded in the number of people who want to actually become agents. So we have a situation with less properties on the market and more agents trying to sell them. The agents have finally started to actually rethink the exclusive mandate and add on additional services to it to make it worth your while. Whether this is actually a virtual tour, a drone film, floor plans, additional advertising, special features in magazines, lesser fees, whatever. There's a whole list of possibilities. Obviously that all depends on the individual agents or agencies and what they can actually offer in the way of services. Obviously some will offer full packages, some will offer less, and some, well, they're still in the dark ages unfortunately, but we won't worry too much about them. Besides all the advantages of these additional services, there are other bonuses that you might not have thought of. Do you realise that actually most French agencies all advertise on the same bouquet of property portals? So the fact you might multiply the number of agents won't necessarily multiply the places you're being advertised. So why do it? There's no real point. What's more, you have the advantage of just having one person, one contact who you deal with instead of having to multiply the number of files, number of contacts, etc, etc. Also, don't forget that different agents have different fees. And if they're all advertised on the same property portals and the actual potential client sees it on that portal, then this will give it a bad image because they'll see your property multiple times and at different prices. And this just gives out a signal to the potential buyer that you just want to actually get rid of your property and thus you're willing to accept a stupid offer. Don't forget also that most estate agents have software for what we call the Pige. This software keeps us up to speed with all the new properties coming onto the market, whether it be private sales or agency sales, comes through onto our software, and from there we have hopefully we'll have the contact details or we know the property. We can start contacting the actual owners and trying to get the properties onto our books. Obviously, if you actually have an exclusive mandate from the start, the agencies won't do that because they know they have a minimum of 3 months before they can take the property on. Thus, you get a lot less calls. There's still a few who will try it obviously, but you get a lot less calls of people trying to take the property on. And normally speaking, 3 months down the road, if you cancel that exclusivity, the other agencies have already forgotten about the property anyhow. Yes, I did say 3 months. Why? Basically because the standard clause on an exclusive mandate is a minimum of 3 months. When you sign the mandate, you signed up for 3 months. After that, you can actually cancel it. How you cancel it depends on the actual agents, but they can tell you their own different ways of working. And finally, the other bonus for people selling houses who sign an exclusive mandate with the agents, admittedly there is this bad press around the actual exclusive mandate. So probably the best way for agents to actually bring on more exclusive mandates is to actually make sure they get your property sold quickly and at the right price. So they're going to go that extra mile, and that way hopefully you'll pass the word around, and also they can use it as an example, say, yes, I took this house on exclusive, sold it in 3 weeks at full asking price. So basically, an exclusive mandate isn't as bad as you think, as long as you have the right agent. If you found this video helpful, as always, click on that like, subscribe and bell buttons, and I'll be back soon. If you want some hints on how to choose the decent agents, well, check out this video here.